Hi everybody, I hope everyone's doing well. This video was a tag video. It's the 4 or more tag, so if you guys are interested, do stick around. So I'm sure you guys have seen this tag coming around or going around, and since the first time I actually saw a video of the like, which was about, I guess, 2 weeks ago, I really found it interesting and wanted to do one myself. Unfortunately, it took me a bit longer to get around and finding the time to do it. But anyway, basically this tag, if you're not familiar with it, is for you to just share a product from a specific brand and category that you have 4 or more of the same kind, just I guess as a testament of something which you find truly works for you, or a formulation or a product that you think is amazing, you need 4 or you have 4 or more of the same thing. So I'm gonna jump right in, and just a little trivia that I found interesting is my propensity for a certain high-end brand, and I found that in terms of having 4 or more, I did have quite a bit of this brand, and it's actually kind of funny because the brand is not inexpensive. It's actually quite pricey. But anyway, I'm gonna jump right in. So I'll begin with cheek products or blushes. I find that there are only, I do have a large collection, but there are only a number of brands or products in this category that I have numerous of. So I'm gonna jump right in. The first one is from a high-end brand, and this is the brand I was talking to you guys about. It's Chanel, and it's their Juice Contrast blushes. I'm not so sure if that's how you pronounce it. Probably not, and I probably will stand corrected. So I do have 4 of them, and of course one is in my vanity because I just used it. So with the Chanel blushes, so these are the packaging, and then it usually comes in a velvet pouch. So with the Chanel, this is how they commonly look if you guys are not familiar with it. And it usually comes with a blush brush such as this. Now, the reason why I have a couple of them is really because of the unique colors and the quality of the blush. The blush at times has very undetectable micro shimmer or glitter particles in it, but it translates beautifully on the skin. And for me, what makes a Chanel product a true quality product is the fact that it always seamlessly accomplishes to have a sophisticated finish to it. And so with the shimmers as well, it never looks glittery or overdone. It's very difficult to overdo a Chanel blush, and I think that's what makes it absolutely amazing. And also, a lot of the shades that I have are limited edition releases, so for me it's more of a collection or collector's item thing rather than just buying a pink blush. And most of the time, the blushes that they do come out with really have a very unique color payoff and finish to it that just really sets a different tone out there, or a tone or standard that I find a lot of other brands try to mimic but never really get to achieve. So Chanel Juice Contrast is definitely something I collect and I do want to have a bit more of. The next one is NARS blushes. So NARS is very known for their blushes. They are very strong in this category. One of the ones that I first initially used ever was NARS's Orgasm. Of course, I think everybody did use that at some point. I just included Luster, which is a favorite this month, or in the past November, and I do have a couple of them with me. Some are in my vanity, but it's definitely one of the blushes. I'm sorry, this one looks really, really old because it probably is. And it is the Orgasm and Laguna Duo. But a few of the other NARS blushes that I have are all limited edition as well. So most of the time, I find that when I am purchasing high-end products, I like getting the unique things that are releases that I have. This is Douceur or Dussault, which I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of. It's similar to Chanel's Rose Ecrin and Tarte's Exposed, a very muted, neutral kind of blush. This is Gady from Very Bright. I haven't actually used this that much, but I think for this winter, it will be a great blush. Very different from Rose Ecrin. So this one was from spring or summer 2013, I believe. But definitely NARS Blushes, another brand that sets a color trend when it comes to this category. Now going to a bit more mid-range, I have my MAC MSFs or Mineralized Skin Finishes, and a couple of them, depending on your skin tone, really work either as a blush, bronzer, or highlighter. This is Soft and Gentle, one of the classics from the MAC MSF range. The MAC MSFs look like this, by the way. They are in the larger, I guess, pans, you could say. So this is Soft and Gentle. This retail, I think, about 25 to 30. This is Stereo Rose, one of my top blushes of all time. It's a mineralized skin finish. I have a couple more, but these are the only 4 that I have with me right now. But back in Canada, I have a whole slew of these blushes as well. Another one that I have a couple of, but I only have 2 with me right now. This is the Mineralized Blush. And they're also from MAC. This is how they look. They come in the typical blush sizes, a bit smaller than the MSF. What I like about the mineralized finishes, this is Dainty, which I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of. They do have shimmer, micro shimmer. It's this one right here. I don't know if you guys will see that, this one. But I find that they're detectable when you put it in the skin, but on the cheek, the way the light reflects on them, it just looks like an absolutely beautiful, beautiful glow. For more inexpensive, I think this is the most inexpensive product in this category that I have multiples of. And they're from the drugstore actually, but I think they are absolutely amazing. I have, I think, all colors of these. I'm trying to find some more in the kit that I have more in my bins, but anyway, this is the NYC Blushable Cream Sticks. They are similar, I guess, in terms of concept to the NARS sticks. This is how they look. They are creamy, absolutely blendable and easy to work with. They give a perfect sheen on the skin. Well, this is the one. And they're very easy to blend. So all the ideal things you'd want without the hefty price. I think this retails for less than $4 in the drugstore. For eye products now, I'm going to begin with eyeshadows. So without a doubt, the first thing I'm going to mention is something that I have tremendous multiples of, as you can see from my palettes, and these are my Inglot shadows. I think these products are amazing. They're consumer friendly, but they also have the quality payoff of a professional product that a lot of makeup artists like, and they come in this amazing packaging, which just makes them very travel and user friendly. So these are how they look. They have amazing color payoff, and they come in such a large array and variety of shades and finishes, and they're tremendously amazing in terms of quality. I'm just going to swatch one for you guys, and this is how it looks. And you can see the dimension that one shade gives. This one has a bit of a shimmer, but still it comes off beautiful. So definitely my Inglot shadows, and I have a couple of palettes with me, but they're all customized palettes. But just to show you guys, they come, I have the Quints. I have 3 of them. I mean, yeah, 3 of them. So this is a palette of 5. I'll just show you guys quickly. And then I have this one here. This one here. And last but not the least is a 10 palette that I have. And this is the one right here. And then for eyeliners, they're happy to share with you guys that this is inexpensive. The Inglot shadows, by the way, are also a mid-range, veering more towards inexpensive, so that's really amazing. Per single shadow is about 11 US, so that is about 5 no, more than five, about $6 to $7 less than a MAC single shadow. And also with the Inglot, there is more grams per single shadow than a MAC shadow. For eyeliners, this is amazing find that you can get in Ulta or other drugstores in the Philippines. You can find this in Beauty Bar. This is the prestige range of eyeliners called Total Intensity. They are long-lasting, intense colors. I think I read before that all these shades, whether they're the teal or the navy blue or the brown or purple, they have a black undertone to them, or they're infused with black pigment, so they're more intense, something like that. But definitely very creamy, very intense, beautiful for a smoky eye. I'll just do the black for you, and this is the black. Very blendable and creamy. So I have a couple of these. These are the ones that I have, and you can see some are extremely shorter than the other because they've been used quite a bit. So this is how they look. Total Intensity. Another one that I have, which is an honorable mention, the other one is in my vanity. This is still a smudge stick waterproof eyeliners. They are the retractable ones. I have a couple of them. I first came across this with my Stella palettes. They're absolutely amazing. They're not as creamy as the Prestige, but they're quite defining, quite intense. Let me see if we can show you on packaging. This is how they look. Now for lip products, I'm going to begin with lip glosses, and there are two I will be mentioning. First of which is one of my favorite and my holy grail. These are the Chanel Glossomers. I have a couple of them. This is how the packaging usually looks like. I don't keep the packaging of all, but for the ones that I purchase much later, I do keep them. Just they store better this way. And also Chanel Glossomers, they don't really have the name on the bottom. They just have the number. So once you've removed them from the box, you're left with a number and you don't really know which one that is anymore. So this is how they look. What is amazing about the Chanel Glossomers is, number one, the colors they come out with. They usually set beauty trends in terms of lip gloss colors. So similar to the blushes, Chanel is very good in setting color trends, not just fashion trends, but also the finish of the Glossomers. They are sophisticated and shimmer. Similar to the blushes, they are never large chunks of glitter. They don't have a very sticky feel to them. They sit comfortably on the lips, so they have a very good formulation, but the finish is definitely something that is very unique to this gloss. It truly is, there's no other way to describe it, but just a sophisticated gloss over on the lip. MAC lip gloss, and I've said this recently actually in my last favorites video. The stickiness and consistency is what allows them to, for the finish, to stay that much longer on the lip. They don't, it's not very easy to remove them even if you eat or, you know, talk too much. They stay quite a bit. So these are the Chanel, the MAC lip glosses, which I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen. They are not uniformly opaque, so it depends on what shade you get. A lot of the ones I have are also limited edition shades. I do really like grabbing limited edition ones, just the mere concept of it. I do. And usually they come out with colors that are quite on trend and holy grail as well. So it depends on what shade you get, but I do enjoy layering with MAC lip glosses because of the formulation. It just allows the finish to stay much longer on the lip.